Was this oversimplified? Yes, it was. We don't want to change too many things simultaneously. But the part that was oversimplified is as your company grows, you would expect that you're more efficient in running your business. You would expect, for example, there would be economies of scale. So as you buy more, you could get a better price. As you build more, you can reduce your cost of manufacturing. So there's also this notion of linearity versus nonlinear. And in this case, we would argue that economies of scale would be a nonlinear function. So as we grow, we will taper a little bit and lower our cost over time, but it won't be as dramatic as some straight line. It'll just taper. So that's what we mean by linearity. And we were very simplistic in our fixed assets, just making everything as a percent of sales. Well, fixed assets are unlike that. I can't grow like 1/15th of a factory. I either have an extra factory or I don't. So those are two big assumptions that, again, are not particularly realistic. Just showing how that looks in graphical form. This is what we assumed. We assumed that assets as percent of sales were a straight line. As we grow assets, we grew as we grew our sales, we grew our assets. Those assets were at the detailed level in the formal projection of 1% for cash and 16% for inventory, etc. But that's not necessarily true. We also looked at the same thing with if we had a base stock for inventory. We had a base stock plus growth, but again, the growth is linear. What's more realistic is that assets generally, but this just inventory would taper. As we double our inventory, as we double our sales, we don't have to double our inventory. Some are lumpy, and this is what we're talking about as capacity in our factory. We're not going to be able to grow smoothly. So the way to deal with it is as you grow, you just have overtime. And that overtime or running another shift would get you past the point. Then when it hits the point where you can build a new factory, build it, and then you grow again that way. So that's a way to deal with the lumpy increments.